Hey friends, Tux here. You know, during one of my Microsoft Zune videos, someone asked about older Sony players. They know I've reviewed a lot of the Sony DAPs, you know, new and older, and I've never really touched on some of the older ones. And one very popular model that you still can find today, which is a really huge value, is this little bad boy here. You can find these on eBay every now and then in stores, and you can see they're still, Sony's pushing that whole, you know, Walkman aesthetic with the little W and the dot, that kind of thing. And it's a great little player if you're looking for something inexpensive that holds just a little bit of music, okay? So this particular player, the NWZ-E374 Walkman, it's a compact, friendly, you know, MP3 player. It's not full of too many bells and whistles. It's just made to hold music, play music, and that's about it. You know, the storage is 8 gigs, okay, of flash memory, and there is really no expandable memory on here. You know, there's a headphone jack, a 3.5, recharging, an older style USB. It's like the micro USB, and that's pretty much it. We got the little Walkman logo on the back there, and all the usual buttons like fast forward, rewind, that kind of thing, and a little dial, which is kind of iPod-ish. But it's a great little player all the same. In fact, I got my little charm not included. It's a great little player, and you can see this is something which I have used in real life on trips and things, you know. And it's just a great little player to throw in the car, maybe. It's really not something which is delicate. You can really, this thing will take a lot of abuse, a lot of heat from being in the car forever, in the Florida sun, everything. So it's really great. You know, again, 8 gigs is quite a bit of space. You know, if you think, if you're just packing this with regular MP3s, that can be a lot of music on there, probably more than you have time to listen to, you know, generally speaking. The battery life, even though this is used, they say it basically goes out 30 hours, and I feel like I've gotten more than that because I don't really recharge this that frequently, you know. And this is also used, this is many years old. I think I originally got this one somewhere around 2005. I've had this a long time, and this is one of my original little Walkmans I've had, and it's still, as you can see, it's still ticking. It's still doing great, you know. So it's something which is just a really tough little guy that will keep ticking despite the abuse you keep shoveling out to it, you know. And it sounds really good. Again, it's a Sony Walkman, so it's going to sound good for you, you know. The display is 1.77 inches color LCD, and the audio formats is WMAs, AACs, and that is the non-DRM AAC, by the way, and linear PCMs, okay? And of course, it'll play MP3s and a lot of the normal stuff. I haven't tried putting fancier music formats on here like DSF files, DSD files, that kind of thing. But again, if it plays Windows media files, WMAs, it probably will play those too, you know. But just because of space, generally I just load MP3s on here. But you can see it shows the album art. Like, it's a great little player for what it is, you know. It has an FM radio. It's one of the, I don't want to say it's the last remaining FM radio Walkman, but it's definitely towards the end there, you know. So it does have FM radio. It's great. It's drag and drop, so you can plug it in just like a hard drive. If you watch any of my tutorials on how to transfer music from a laptop to a DAP player, it's the same process. It's very easy. But one little extra plus here is this does use the Sony Music to Go. It's a format that they were kind of pushing with PSP and with the PS Vita for a while. It's kind of a multimedia entertainment software package that Sony was pushing. You don't have to use it, okay? But it does work with that too. So if you're a fan of that program, you know, the Media to Go Sony program, it works with that, which is really pretty cool, actually. So anyway, a lot of people just call it Media Go. I say like Media to Go, just FYI. And that works off the USB here on the bottom. So very easy to follow. I mean, it has all the normal features that you think about, like brightness adjustment, timer settings, factory reset options, all that good stuff. So if you're selling it, you can wipe all your music collection off it, you know. But I'll tell you, if you buy one of these on eBay, you might just find it's loaded with 8 gigs of music, you know, so you might just get some free MP3s. Not saying it's going to happen, but let me tell you, stranger things have happened, okay? I know firsthand. So it's kind of cool. It's very telling when you buy a used app player and all of a sudden you get a whole music collection with it. You're like, oh, wow, this person's really into blankety blank blank blank. You know, it's quite telling, actually. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I listen to everything. But through my experience, I think a lot of people really, it's a little more narrow than that. People have favorites and they tend to stick to that, you know? So anyway, guys, it's a great player if you have opportunity, if you're looking for a little player. I still like the Uton. If you go back in my video reviews here, you'll see there's some more modern players that are not expensive, which I would recommend over this, by the way. This isn't the be-all, end-all, but it is a Sony. So if you're looking for something which is about 8 gigs, you know, which is smaller than the Yotans, and, you know, basically it'll probably cost you as much or more used than a Yotan, you know, which is about 20 bucks. This might just be the way to go. Again, I would totally recommend buying something new just because you never know, like batteries can be problematic, although mine's working great. You know, I can't speak for every battery out there, that kind of thing, especially if it's that old. I have had some cases of Sony batteries, like in the case of PSPs, where they start kind of expanding, you know, and you have to replace the battery, you know, and this is not really a replaceable battery easily. I'm not saying you couldn't take it apart. You probably could with a little TLC and the right screwdrivers, like little jeweler screwdrivers, you know, and little prying wedges, that kind of thing. You probably could replace the battery in it, but it wouldn't be an easy fix necessarily, okay? All right, guys, so that's all I have for you. I just wanted to tell you guys, people have asked about, have I used this player? Yeah, in fact, I have one, okay? It's a great little player. It does work with 3.5-inch headphones, so a lot of the current Sony headphones, that kind of thing will work with it. It does not have Bluetooth, though, so it will not work with Bluetooth earbuds, okay? So just buyer beware, you know. But anyway, if you have any questions, let me know about this particular unit, and I appreciate you making it to the end of the video. If you have a favorite Walkman, put it down in the comments, or send me an email, tuxtoys@gmail.com. Let's have a great discussion, okay? I answer a large quantity of the posts, the comments, or emails that are sent to me. We'll talk to you soon, friends. Bye-bye.